been having tripping and falling. I've been having dreams. I've been having dreams. Splashing in the summer street.
Welcome in, everybody, to the In Off the Bench podcast. My name is Jim Cross. I am joined as always by the Ava Garza. Ava, this is going to be your first gymnastics episode. How are we doing about it?
I'm feeling really good after we watched that video. I mean, I don't know what gets you more hyped than that. That was crazy to watch.
Yeah, no doubt. And our guest is we're having a little technical difficulties, but we're going to be all right. 45th gymnast we've had on the show, but Ava's first. Daniel's not able to be here tonight. He is the one who knows the most about gymnastics on the show, but we're going to be able to keep on going. Before we do, we got to plug the sponsor, Chinook Seedery, 8 flavors, mild to wild, the best sunflower seeds in the game. Jesus One Apparel, John 16:33, empowering young men and women to be bold in their faith. And then Old Dominic Distillery in the heart of downtown Memphis. So check them out at olddominicdistillery.com. But Tonya, how are we doing tonight?
Right now I'm tired, but I'm pretty good. Just came home from seeing the bridge here in San Francisco with my friends, watching the sunset.
Perfect.
That's the first, Ava. I've never had someone coming from the sunset at the
I know. I like that answer. Something different. So where are you from?
I'm from Sweden, third biggest city in Sweden, southern part, and I grew up there my whole life, and then now I'm in America.
Jim, have you ever been to Sweden?
No, I can't, and I'm pretty excited because we've had some guests from all over. We've had Romania, we've had Germany, but I can't say Sweden. And Sweden's somewhere I would love to go. That's for sure.
Absolutely. So if me and Jim were going to come visit you in Sweden, what's one thing that we absolutely have to do?
I mean, where I'm from, it's close to Copenhagen, and so I would probably go over to Copenhagen, Denmark, and visit because I love Copenhagen.
So I'm not familiar with Swedish food. What is one thing that I absolutely have to eat if I go?
I mean, the obvious answer would be Swedish meatballs, but I say that's kind of boring. We have kind of a pancake thing that's thicker with bacon in. It's really good. My dad makes it so good, and I miss that so much. So you should probably try my dad's pancakes, I guess.
So when did you start gymnastics?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that.
When did you start gymnastics? What age?
I started gymnastics when I was 8 years old, I think. Yeah, I was 8 years old, so I was quite old.
Yeah, Ava, because
that's older.
You need this. Yeah, it's usually 2 or 3.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
who is your biggest influence in the sport?
I'd say my mom. I mean, no one in my family did gymnastics. I was the first one, and my mom was always driving me to practice, cooking food for me, and making sure I got sleep and enough of everything. So she was just a big part of my startup. And then she's still with me. She calls me every day, and we talk on the phone, and she asks me how practice is going, and she watches my meets. They have to stay up at 2 in the morning to watch my meets since there's 9-hour time difference right now.
So we kind of talked about how you kind of started a little bit later in the game. So what made you want to start gymnastics?
This is a fun story. I grew up living in an apartment, and my family was close to, our neighbors. And then we were playing outside, as a kid with our friends. And then one of the girls' mom, she was a coach. So she was like, wow, Tanya's very fast, quick, flexible. You should put her in gymnastics. So my parents did. And then just stuck with me.
And the rest is history, I guess. So, what
Yeah.
has been your favorite place that you've traveled for gymnastics? I know it's probably like a big question because I feel like you've probably traveled a lot.
Yeah. Um, competition wise, like for traveling was probably Youth Olympics 2018, Argentina. Because that was like my first really big comp, and it was with my club coach, which I love, Jamie. But just traveling wise, like Japan, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, no, we don't usually get to ask that question. Usually, it's people traveling around America, and so with somebody that's gotten to do what you've done, I was curious to what that would be. But you were a member of the Swedish national team since 2019, won the Sweden All Around Championship in back-to-back seasons. This list, I could read it all day about Tanya's accolades.
Yeah, it's a
I'm just
long
gonna
one.
So I'm just gonna get to it. Reflecting back, just how amazing was it competing for your national team for the last 5 years?
Um, I competed for Sweden. I think my first assignment was when I was 12 years old. It's like 2016, 17.
Mhm.
And then I switched to the Taiwanese national team just last year. Um, so I mean, I've gone through it all, competing in the European Championships all around Europe, and then now I got to compete in Asia, which is very different. And then now I'm in America, getting to travel all over America. And before I came here, I actually never went to America. Like my official visit was my first time coming here. And just moving here, and never been outside California until I got to go to Washington and now Utah. So I've gone through it all, and I'd say just having been on a national team is just a cool thing, and I get to say that I've been on a national team.
Absolutely, you get to represent the country's colors. But ultimately, like you said, you did come over here. You are getting to compete in the NCAA gymnastics, but a lot of opportunity, a lot of schools that you could choose from. Like you said, you haven't been here, but what made the University of Cal the spot for you?
And so committing to actually coming here all the way from Europe is a big step, and I leave my family, my friends, everything I know. And so I wanted to make sure I found a school that I liked, both gymnastics wise, obviously, but then also everything around it. Because I'm not just coming here for gymnastics, it's academics and the city and my friends. And so when I came here, I already knew I wanted to commit here because Cal Berkeley is a really good school. And then I got to see the city and how the campus is kind of a city, not just a closed off campus, which I really liked. And then I just liked the girls on the team. They were so nice and welcoming.
Yeah, that's awesome. So to start the season, they put you on the ACC newcomer watch list. The season starts, you get newcomer of the week, which validates, them putting you on that list. How have you felt about your first 2 weeks, of competition here?
It's been awesome. Honestly, I thought I was going to be more scared and feel more pressure, but I have a team whom I really love them all, and I like my coaches so much. They're so nice, and I feel so comfortable with them. And so it's just been fun getting to show off what I've been practicing and what I can do.
Well, speaking of showing off, huge bar score this past week. You get a 9.95. Previous week, you get a 9.925. You also split the floor crown, at the Utah quad, like we were talking about. So, first, I got to know, is bars your favorite event, or has it just been your best so far?
I mean, I want to get a 10, and so I'm working towards it. I went from a 9.925 to a 9.95, and I know I can get a 10. I need to hit my handstands and do better. You can always be better, and I want to be perfect and nothing else. Um, I obviously also want to help my team like as much as I can. If they need me on something, I'll step in. This past weekend in Utah, I wasn't even in lineups because I was hurting. My back was hurting really bad. It was sore. I couldn't stay on the airplane. I was standing up the whole time. And I was just watching my team, and I felt left out because I wanted to compete with them. And so I asked my coach, I was like, please, can I warm up and like test it? And she was like, yeah. And so I did. And then we went to floor, and I was out because I couldn't walk. I couldn't sit down properly. And then I just saw my team, and I was like, no, no, I know I need to be put in because I can hit. And so I asked, like, how badly do you need me on floor? she was like, well, I'd love for you to do floor, but I also want your back to be healthy. So I said, well, put me in, like, let me warm up. And then they trusted my instincts and that I could perform. And I'm just so thankful for my coaches because they're so nice. I've never had these nice coaches before.
Yeah, no, that's awesome for the coaching staff, but also, Tanya, let's not look over it. You were barely walking, and then you go out there and compete. It shows just how tough you are. It shows how much of a competitor, good teammate you are, and it makes the fact that you got a 995 on bars just that much better. So, shout out to you for the amazing teammate and competitor that you are. In the first two meets, usually teams don't have back-to-back quad events. Usually you would have been at home or on the road, going one team versus one team. What's it been like competing in two quads to start the season?
It's been fun because there's a lot of things going on. You look over to your right, there's a really good team on beam, and then you look to your left, and there's a good team on vault. It just keeps going. But I also feel like the atmosphere is really nice because I have my big team, which we cheer for each other. So it's fun, and all the teams are so good. But then I look at my team, and I'm just so proud because we work so hard every day, and we get to perform and we get to do this meet together. So I mean, just being on podium with my team is just it's just so much fun.
So, talking about the team, talk to us a little bit about that. I mean, there's a new coaching staff and a lot of newcomers, obviously, including yourself. Will this be a team that continues to get stronger and stronger and better over the course of the season?
For sure, for sure. I mean, it's been hard because the team that was here before, they were so good and we lost a lot of good routines. But then we have so much within us, like the ones that are still here. And we don't have experience, most of us. I feel like we're a new team, but we're not a brand new team. We're just rebuilding some parts. The staff is awesome. They're very open and they want us to be able to have, openness, talk, communication. So that's a very good thing. And we improved already to this meet and we have so much more to give. I feel like we just need to feel confident because I mean we're a new team. People are doubting us. I mean that's not a secret. You go on Twitter and there's everywhere like Callie's down. We're not. We're fine. As you can see, we're fine. So just don't ever like overlook what we can do because we're awesome. We're a good team.
So, who is a gymnast on your team that has really impressed and influenced you since you got to Cal?
Wow, that's so hard because I feel like everyone has different roles. I mean, this is I'd say you wouldn't expect it, but Brianna Torek, she's injured. She can't do gymnastics. She tore basically everything in her knee. But she shows up every day to practice with a smile. She's cheering for everyone. She's a team player. And mostly you think about the lineups, who's competing, who's doing what for this team, but everyone else is working really hard too. The 7-8 who's waiting to be put in lineups, they're working harder than the ones in lineups. And then we have the injured people who are doing the best to come back and help us. So a big shout out to Brianna Torek. She's been a rock and she's been so helpful.
So, what about someone not on your team? What gymnast around the country, who's someone that you enjoy watching?
Wow. Uh, I mean, she graduated, but Audrey Davis on bars is just. I mean, I aspire to be like her. She's so consistent, so clean, and she's just everything you want to be on bars.
Yeah, I'll tell you, watching Oklahoma, because we had Audrey, we had Jordan Bowers on the show, Danielle Sievers, so about those upperclassmen, and watching them at the end of that quad with LSU and how tight the scoring was, I was a little scared for them because they lost so many senior leaders. It's like you were talking about a new team, and so it was like, can they step up? And they did, but LSU obviously kept coming. They ended in a tie, but yeah, Audrey Davis was somebody that you could always rely on, not just bars, but obviously she was an all-around, competitor just like yourself. So, but before we let you get out of here, we like to play a game with every guest. Are you up for playing?
Sure. Scared, but
Nice.
yeah.
No, we very simple. It's It's called this or that. You get two options. You choose one or the other. Just can't say both. Can't say neither.
Okay.
Got to pick one. All right. Simple question. You're in school now. Got to ask history or science.
Science.
All right. Would you rather read a book or watch TV?
TV. For
All
sure.
right. Would you rather have a bad hair day or would you rather smell bad?
Oh, bad hair day. Yeah. Can't smell bad.
All
That's like
right,
a
you've
phobia of
only
mine.
no doubt. Well, hey, I'm sure you have to make sure that you're showering quite often with the way y'all sweat and compete 7 times a
Yeah.
day. So, so better food, California or Norway or Sweden? Why did I say Norway? Golly, wrong country.
I was like, wait, what? California.
And then, so better than home. The food is better in California.
You don't have In-N-Out or Chipotle or anything like that in Sweden.
I love it. I love it. All right. I've seen a lot of pictures on the Instagram. You like the beach, but I got to know, California luxury swimming pool or go to the beach?
Swimming pool. I'm low-key scared of the ocean.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Concert or sporting event? And let me say, you can go to any concert or any sporting event anywhere. So this is picking anything you want. Which one are you picking?
Sporting event.
All right. If you could pick that one sporting event, where are you going?
F1. I love F1. I want to go to all of the races, Grand Prix, especially the Monaco one. I want to be on a yacht and I want to see it.
Nice. I like that. Ava, we love when we get new answers. I think
I know. I like that answer. It's different.
She's only the second one ever in 6 years that said F1. So, both time women too. Like it wasn't a male guest that said it. All right, last one, hard one. Answer honestly. All right, would you rather win $1 million?
Okay.
So I can bring you a briefcase that has $1 million cash in it, and I say, here's this $1 million, or you can win a national championship this year. What are you taking?
National championships.
Right, it's the right answer. It's the only answer. I don't know that I believe you, but go ahead.
I'm in school. I'm gonna graduate. I can make my own money.
There you go.
So, is there anything that you want to plug or promote before we close this out?
I'd say for anyone the ability to come watch us toss our home, it's gonna be so much fun. Excited to be there with my team and to show up and to see everyone.
Perfect. Well, we want to thank you for joining us. If you like hearing her story or you just like hearing us average Joes and Jills talk X's and O's, make sure to like and share on Facebook, retweet us on X, watch and subscribe on YouTube, and give us a follow on Instagram.